So pretty much my whole story starts with me, obviously. At the moment, I'm in high school. And let's go back in time a little bit. I'm a really bad artist, by the way, so sorry about that. So here we have little me and my mom, and this is when I wanted to start dance. So we went to dance school and I met my friend Kate. She danced with my older brother and I really wanted to be her. Anyways, so while they were in ballet, I was in the car with my mom and I'd always get really bored. But then one day, Kate gave me her Kaya doll to play with while she was in ballet class. I was freaking out because she was the prettiest thing I'd ever seen. Then Christmas came, and I asked my mom if I could get one. And she was a little hesitant because, well, we didn't have a whole lot of money. But then she remembered one time when she saw an American Girl catalog for the first time. So December came, and there underneath the tree from Santa was Kaya. I can't even express the joy that I had felt. Anyways, as time moved on, I still danced, and I had about 5 more dolls. Then, I was probably on Webkinz or something before going onto YouTube, and I started thinking about American Girl dolls, so I went ahead and searched them. And the first video I clicked on was The Doll Hotel, and I started watching it, and I just couldn't get over it. So one day in summer vacation in 5th grade, I went up to my dad and I asked him if we could make a video, because I had no idea how to do it. And pretty much my whole room at the time was just dedicated to American Girl dolls. And it was really, really awkward because I had never done anything with dolls in front of my parents. But my dad was really into it, so yeah, it was pretty helpful. At the time, we had a really, really old computer with a really old editing system on it that was super confusing, but somehow we were able to get my first video up. And as my views started to go up, I got more and more excited and pumped to make more videos, and I eventually got to 75,622 views. It was so exciting.
Oh god. My American Girl room. Here's my desk area where I usually study and just hang out.
Okay, we're done.
I know, guys, has my voice gotten deeper? Deeper. My voice is gone. My voice is going a little deeper. No, my voice isn't. My voice is like this. Oh my god.
Anyways, so pretty much after that, I didn't really make that many videos, but I was still really interested in dolls because of my friend Cassie. We had met in 3rd grade in Miss Massey's class, and she was a really interesting teacher because she absolutely loved birds and nature. And Cassie had an American Girl doll too. So we became really, really, really close friends, and we had many laughs together and many secrets. And we would literally stay in my basement in my American Girl room for hours on end. And then one day in 6th grade, she didn't really want to anymore. I remember just feeling really weird when she left, like we just kind of separated. But I still kept my interest and looked at my American Girl catalogs and still continued to buy more dolls. Then in middle school, it got a little complicated because as I was on the computer, you know, still looking at it, and I got my new camera for my 13th birthday, but I would get friends over and I'd try to block all of my American Girl room. And I remember my friend Ben was like, "What is this?" And I had to make something up, like, "Oh yeah, that's where my little cousins hang out when they come over." And still, when they left, I felt really relieved, but there was a lot of stress when it came to it. And I was doing well in all my classes, my homework was really little, so it was pretty easy to make a lot of videos. But then high school came. And don't get me wrong, I totally love high school. But I had my first AP class with my giant textbook of Stearns, and we had to read 10 chapters a night. And before, I was pretty awake and pretty happy, but afterwards, I would get really, really tired and kind of sad. I would just kind of sit in my room and look out my window, until eventually, it was just me and the moon. I didn't really know what I wanted to do with my life. And I felt like all my friends were leaving me, especially Cassie. She started to hang out with other people. And so my friends kind of turned to boys. I had a huge group of guy friends who are really nice, and one guy I tried to date, but that didn't really work out. Anyways, it ended with pretty good grades, so that's pretty good. Anyways, as time moved on, I had just so much homework, and I started to notice I had a really big interest in musical theater. So I tried out for my musical, and pretty much it did pretty well. So it was my second musical in the Heights. And before that, I would have continued my dancing, but I started to notice I had really bad hip pain, and so I went to an orthopedic. And I was really freaked out because I had to get an x-ray for the first time. But it turned out okay, and the doctor was looking at it, and he was like, "Girl, you weak." So I noticed that my knees also turned in with my internal tibia torsion, and I was really sad because all my 10 years of dance were just kind of down the drain. But I was still able to dance and sing in the musical, so that was pretty fun. And all this kind of added up to no time, and I was really sad, and I still didn't know what to do. But now I kind of realize that American Girl makes me happy. So I just want to say thank you.